Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing KCG2 playthrough, and I think where I left is that I talked to Bozena, and then I think that I did all the jobs that she requested me to do, like dig the I think dig a grave and put the dead body in there, place the dead body in there, and then she told me to collect some herbs. And while I came back, I saw these two gentlemen over there, so we're gonna go and have a chat with them, right? So I don't have hunting sword with me, uh but yeah, let's see what do these guys really want from us. Right, the dog is absolutely howling. Our stamina is recovering slowly out there, and we'll try to see if we can use speech.
Hey, you! What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are,
What?
or I'll drum it out of you.
Sure, let's talk peacefully, boys. Let's talk peacefully.
Lord von Bergov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights company down by the... A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
Well, first, I do not know anything about it. You don't look like... I think that's the best way to go about it. Yeah, so you don't look like them.
Lord von Bergov. You don't look like it.
Kulva! Watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from von Bergov, then we're from fucking von Bergov. Who else would we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to Cold Steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Well, I think I'm gonna tell him to clear off. I think we should be able to, because we still have 9, right? I think our speech is not that good. We do not know where they could be. I think I'm just gonna tell him to clear off.
Do you think I'm a fool? I know a robber when I see one. There's been lots of you types in these parts recently, and the fellas from the village are well pissed off. So get lost and don't come back, or we'll take our axes to you.
Easy there.
Yeah,
We're
that
no
worked.
robbers, we're just
Fantastic.
carrying out orders. We've had a look round here, so we can be on our way again.
Yeah, we did lose a reputation. I do not know what is that based on. So just for the game, I think Bozena was here looking after Capon, so I talked with her. She told me to go yeah, collect some herbs, and I think probably we're gonna do some kind of alchemy. Right, so let me just look around in here. I don't think so there's anything in here. Right, let's go and talk to her.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
I think if you do remember from the first game, I think Queen of Sheba is a side quest that you can do in the first game to get, I think probably one of the best weapon in there, if I'm not wrong. But I didn't really do it in my part because I was like, it's too much to go and look around, so I really did not do that. Yeah, I think you deserve to know the truth, Bozena. I think it is Bozena. I'm really bad with names though.
I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Bergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits.
At least we got some
I
reputation.
swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them.
Sure. No need for thanks.
We got more
What about
reputations.
Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. but we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
Right, let's go
Right.
and brew the remedy. I think I will give you guys a little bit of trick about alchemy. I don't know if it works in this game or not. It's not anything like, you know, it really helps to like speed up and get, I think it kind of brews like a perfect, so you get like 3 potions rather than 1 or 2 for that matter. And of course you can unlock perks later on. So I guess I have
I've been
little
at the
experience.
alchemist's bench a few times, but it's been quite a while.
That's grand. More than I was hoping for. And not to worry, it'll all come back to you. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
Trust
I'll take the
me,
book
we
just
really
in
are.
case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Right, let's go and make an alchemy. It looks pretty good. I really like the animations of making the alchemy. It looks far better. Right, so
In the alcove.
let's start alchemy. Let's put the book in there, and then
First, go to the recipe book.
right, let's go to the recipe
Now
book.
find the recipe for chamomile decoction.
Yep.
And remember what you have to do.
So we
Then
need-
get back to the bench and we'll start.
Right, so we need wine, 2 handful of chamomile, and a handful of sage. So you add the, you know, if you read it, like it sounds like it's ASS rather than add. So it's add the chamomile and boil for 1 turn, grind the sage and add it to the cauldron and finally pour. So we don't really have to boil the sage, we just need to boil the chamomile for 1 turn. All right, to the table we go. Right.
All right. First, you have to pour the
It
right
is the
base
wine.
into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left.
Yeah, I like the animation. It
according
looks
to the
really good though.
recipe. So,
All right.
what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
All right, let's do that. Also have to move it X. I can't really see it because my microphone
Hear
is
that
kind of
bubbling? It's boiling.
right. So
Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
all right, let's do it twice. There we go.
Keep it going. You mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
There we go. We did that.
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf.
Right, we're gonna
So you've
say
got them at
chamomile, and we're gonna say sage, and then confirm. There we go.
All right. Let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Right, so 1. It's really quick this time around. Last time it used to take so long to get this and retrieve and then put it in the cauldron.
Before you
But
put
that's
it on the
good.
flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's
Right,
got
so
to be
let's turn
exact.
sand glass.
Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna turn that.
Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames.
Okay, there we go. So I think you have to follow her, then it's
Alright.
better.
Now, take 1 handful of sage,
Sage.
grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Yeah, we're gonna grind it. And then we can put it in the... Right.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron.
All
You
right.
don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is
Get a
decant
file.
it. Get a file and pour it in.
Sorry, you gotta press. You gotta hold E.
Now, let's see what you've brewed.
How many did we get? Does it say how many we got? Oh yeah, we did get 3, so that's very good. Right, exit. All right, leave the table. Right, let's go to her. So I think the best you can get is 3. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Right, let's go. Because it does not allow us to go anywhere. Is this like a pig of Bozena? Right, I will not try to kill any animals at this moment. Let's go and sleep. Let's save and let's see how long can we sleep. 12 hours. Yep. I really like how fast the time is at this moment. I mean, like for the game in KCD2 compared to KCD1, it was really lackluster in that sense. I don't know if lackluster is the best way, but it was really slow, especially the last hours you
If
get.
I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
I don't want to talk too much during the cinematics.
Where's my fucking sword?
Man, they do swear a
I
lot.
found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Is that the daughter? I think so, right?
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Oh, this is beautiful. Did she say like she was alchemist, or she was just, what do you call, a simple peasant at those time?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena.
No, Pavlena, right?
That's
I'm
right.
so bad with
I
names.
came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night.
Oh, Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too
Yeah, I
alive.
could hear him in the background.
Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Very much handscaping.
That sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
I would say I feel better than yesterday for sure.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
I mean, like, Svan thought is certainly there. He goes on a lot about sword, right? I think the first time that we played in the first part, we are trying to get that sword so we could give it to our real father, Radzik, right? I always switch the Z and the D. I'm gonna say like my father's sword though. I think that's what I'm really attaching my father to the sword. Yeah.
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all. And swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
That is very true. Yeah.
Thanks, Pavlina.
This is very
Never
wise.
thought
This
of
is very
looking at it like
wise.
that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
We got a philosopher,
I
right?
expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on
Yeah,
me.
me.
But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Alright, that's cool. Right, can I eat? What's my hunger? It's quite low, so I'm gonna eat from the pot. I'm back to full health. That's really good for us. We got stamina, we got health. We got a little bit of clothes. We don't have any groschen, I believe. But I think each spoonful gives us like 15 nourishment. That's what I found out. Yep. So we have one more from being full. That's fantastic. All right. So now we can head back out. I don't wanna know. I don't think I have any lockpick though. And yeah, I don't think so. It's a really good idea to also steal from someone who actually saved your life. So yeah, let's not do that. Let's be a better person than that. And
Look who's finally up! Henry! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who is at death.
It's all the more merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course, I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
I would love to have that.
Third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
I mean, like, didn't we? Yeah, I think that was the first time that we because we had a fight in the bar, or at the tavern for that matter, and then Sir Hanush sent us together for. I think he might tell you. He might tell you. So I'm not gonna tell you.
There was this time when me and Hans had
There we go.
fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
I made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a Cuman patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, How did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
Right.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to
Bozhena.
thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll
It will
see.
save you.
It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And
I
you
kinda
have
wanna
rightfully
make,
earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time.
Right, can I do alchemy? I want to see if I can do... Right. Yeah.
Take up your offer.
Alright, let's just... I think we can talk to him and move on. But what I kind of want to do is, if we can, and I hope we don't get... Because I want to get some schnapps for sure. I have got some alchemy plants that I kind of want to make some alchemy potions because we can sell and get some groschen, because we don't have any groschen to our name at all. And I'm going to see how much does it sell for, right? Because do we have what's the food though? Right, so we don't have any potions, so let's do that and let's read it. I kind of want to read, right, chamomile deduction. Right, let's make one. So I'm gonna put is it 2 chamomile, 2 handfuls of chamomile. Right, so first we need wine, so we're gonna add 2 chamomile. What we're gonna do is we're gonna, yeah, 2 chamomile. There we go. And we are going to move the cauldron down. We're gonna let it cook. We're gonna take a sage. We're gonna grind it. And I think by the time we grind it, it should be done. And let's see how many do we get actually. So move the cauldron. I think it is cooked. And we're gonna take a file. And we are gonna pour. Let's see if it works or not. Let's see how many do we get. If that works, then I don't really need to do the sand time and anything. It really helps. And let's see how many do we get. We get only 1. Okay, well that was not a very good thing that we did.
I boiled that sage on too large a fire, I reckon.
Ah, so you gotta put the... So the chamomile was okay. It's just that the sage needs to come up. Okay. Right, so I think what you're gonna do is we're gonna do wine again. So I really like the feedback that it gives though. It kind of helps you like, okay, what did I do wrong and things like that. Read. Let's prepare. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind the sage first. I'm gonna put it in the dish. So I have it ready. So I'm gonna put chamomile in the cauldron. 2. And I'm gonna move the cauldron down. I'm gonna bellow once. I'm gonna do sandglass once. And I think that should do well. Right, I'm gonna move the cauldron up. It is simmered, and then I'm gonna take the dish. Right, there we go. And then I'm gonna take the file. So let's see if this one gives us it's a good way to do it or not. Let's see how many do we get. I mean, like 2 is also reasonable for now, actually. But if we can get 3, yes, that's a perfect way to do it then. All right, so once and then use the timer. That's brilliant. Okay. Right, so how many do we get? Right, I think if I just leave the table. I'm waiting to make some money, Hans. Just wait, give me a minute. Right, I might skip this part after this just to make more chamomile brew, which has good money though. I think each of them is I believe each of them is 35, right? So that's a pretty good money though. I'm trying to see if I can make snaps. Let's read the book and see if we can get... Oh, there's no next to anything though. Okay. Is it... I thought I... Right, so I think I'm just gonna prepare it again. Okay, never mind. Right, so we have wine first. Right. So I'm gonna skip this part in the video for sure. So I'm gonna put chamomile too. gonna put sage. I'm gonna grind it. I'm gonna put it in the dish.
God's teeth, Henry. We've got to get to the castle before
And I'm
dark.
gonna move it down. Bellow once. And I'm gonna hit the sandglass. There we go. And I'm just gonna move it up once I hit the sandglass. Alright, I'm gonna move it up. There we go. And I'm gonna put the dish in there. And that should give us...
Teeth, Henry. We've got to get to the castle before dark.
Right, hence Capon is getting very angry. So did we get 3? Please give us 3. Right, fantastic. Right, that's very good. Leave the table. I'm gonna read... Right, I'm gonna read... Yep. That. Yes, okay. Netzel and Belladonna. I do have it. So let's make 1. Let's see if we can make 1. Right, sugar snaps. So you'll need a wine, handful of nettle, and 2 handful of belladonna. Add the nettle to the cauldron and boil for 2 turns. Grind the belladonna. Add the belladonna to the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Right, I think I should be able to do this quite well. Add the nettle. 2 turns. Okay. Right. Let's prepare that. So I'm gonna add the cornetto. Oh, I need to add wine. Okay, I'm gonna reset. Read. Prepare. So what is this? We're gonna add wine, right? Yep. Okay, it's made of wine. We're gonna add wine and then we're gonna add netto. And then we're gonna boil it for 2 turns. Okay. We're gonna move it down. We're gonna bellow. Okay, we're gonna boil that. We're gonna take belladonna. We're gonna grind. It's for 2 turns, so that's fine. Gotta put in the dish. Gonna get the dish. And we get it. But it's boiling for 1 turn. We're gonna do the sand for now. I'm just gonna wait for 1 turn and then finally pour. Gonna take the vial and then we're gonna pour. Let's see how many do we get. Oh, it's a weak one. It's not a very good one. Okay.
I left that belladonna on the fire too long,
I reckon. Oh. All right. So. All right. Let's go and talk to Capon. And I think that's all we have for. I think what did I make? I made. For the potions, I made. Where it is? Okay, I made like 1 week, and then I made like 6 strong chamomile. And see how much money we get out of it. I think I might make more chamomile later on. It's pretty easy to make. But Haynes Capon has been on my tail for some time, so let's go and talk with him.
Finally! Where do you keep dallying?
My apologies, sir. I'm here now. We can get going.
Henry, don't provoke me.
I don't think Trotsky Castle is going to go anywhere. So what's the rush for all of a sudden?
We have a crucial mission, and things are already fucked up quite enough. I intend to return to Ratai with good news and to do it quickly. Let's go!
All right. Uh,
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
that's amazing though. It's like I love the name, the Arts Bar.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service.
I wonder
and
who
is
was the
harassing his
person
opponents.
in
And
the
Otto
helmet, you
von
know, was
Berghoff
looking
is
at
one of
Henry.
Sigismund's allies. So Toth's
I
hardly
mean, we
going to
might not
attack
get on
his
the
people.
in the
It was
story.
dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes, we'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
At least we gained some reputation, that's good. It's such a beautiful music, beautiful moment. And a little bit of Grosjean for the trip. You know, like just to see, you know, when you play KCD1, to see these two guys come such a long way. It's so heartening to see. I mean, like, I feel like what Bosena is feeling seeing these two. As someone who has played KCD1, they're amazing characters to be them. Ooh, I love this instrument. I don't know what this is. Like, if you guys know what this instrument is called, it could be something that is in Czech Republic. But there's also a similar instrument that we have in my country where I come from. Yeah, this sounds amazing. I love this. It's so good. I love this cinematics. It's like an old adventure, right? So, ooh. All I can look at is with a gleeful smile. I want to listen to this every day, man. God. I mean, the game looks so good, man. Compared to what KCD1 was. I mean, like, you'll always compare it to how buggy it was, right? So, to see how well optimized it is. I love the abrupt ending of it. It's hilarious.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least
I have been to a
barber.
few hikes. That's how I feel at the end of it.
I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
You know the
Open
buildings.
up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
You know this model of houses reminds me of Man Lords. If you have played this game,
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
if you love city building games, Man Lords is one of the games that I would highly recommend. The houses are very similar for the tier 3 houses that they have in there. I think it's very much inspired by KCD, I believe. Hi. Man, they threw a shit at him. Man.
Fucking cunts! You
Man.
know who I am!
No, we fucking don't.
Man, man, if I get a chance, I'm gonna kill that guy.
I'm Sir Hans Capon.
It is funny, but man, that really
Pakistan.
sucks.
Heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir? There's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Man, like, what the heck does he want? Well, I was trying to get something in there, but
Hands off me!
man, we're not having any luck in there.
Look, wait.
I think that's how we begin the
Wait,
game.
one
Right?
moment.
It's like,
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
drink. It is drinking. That would solve a lot of problem in medieval times. It still does, actually. Um,
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Oh, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse. What the fuck was all that at the gate?
ooh, we got a main
Try to talk to them
quest.
and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different
Suddenly we have
customs.
change of costume. Wow,
Holy britches.
we get so much blood in
Bet
there.
they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? Oh, I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning
Sarcasm.
plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Right, so I think we got to we got to wash and change first. I think.
Well, the
I
first
think
thing
we
have to
can
do is
get let out.
ourselves
Let's
into
back,
decent
right? So I
shape.
think later we can do it.
Have a good scrub. Better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That is very
That's
true.
all very well. Except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
We can't really go back to Rattay though. I think it will be a diplomatic failure in that sense. I think we have to, because Hans Capen also wants to, and as Henry also you kind of want to. I kind of want to make sure that I don't want to go back without at least being some sorts of success in there. Yeah, I think we'll try to
So
earn
we'll
some
earn
coin.
some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Rattay?
To Rattay? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Yeah, I think you are right in that
I suppose
sense,
you're right.
Sir Hans.
We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin.
Is he trying to subtly
nothing
tell
but
me
our
that
ragged
I'm an idiot?
arses.
Like Henry's an idiot for that
Shut
matter?
up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
You're not to blame. Yeah, I think we gotta say that Hans, like he's not to be blamed. But I mean, like, yes, because of him, we did go to the pond, and but I think if we were there, we would probably most likely die also.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Rattay with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are.
A tankard of ale and a good food for the stomach.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Yeah, I expected that.
Cheers.
Ooh, there's that lady that we saved in the pond. Ooh, Henry recognizes her. Henry recognizes her. That's the thing. Yes, he was the one, right?
What's that woman from the pond?
The one we called the name
The one
for.
you gave us away for?
Yeah.
I've heard that witch. Wench.
I tell you.
He absolutely deserves it. Isn't that the same guy who threw the shit at us?
Go
Or
to
Sir
her.
Hans, for that matter.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Hello. um.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
I really want to get into the open world game. There's quite extensive cinematics, I must say, for the game in the beginning. Right, you can't really claim.
Never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
I don't know if I should leave the subtitles on top of it. I think sometimes it does help if you miss something, but let me know in the comment if you guys like it or not. I don't know what I feel about it. I feel like I might remove it. Right, first let's talk to Catherine. I kind of want to visit outside, but I kind of don't want to ruin this. So what does it say in the main quest though? Yeah, it does set up to the woman from the pond, so I kind of don't want to. I don't think so. It's allowing us to go wherever we want to go at this moment. Love the castle. That looks really beautiful. This game is so good, man. So good. Looks so good. All right, let's talk to Catherine.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
I don't think so, Catherine, but yeah, you attacked by the bandits.
By those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
I mean, I do want to use it, but I don't know if it's gonna be successful or not. I'm gonna be honest.
You were washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you, helping some unfortunate girl, but it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Man.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
That's the Sigismund's guide messengers, right? So yeah.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Obviously, it's a feisty one. It's gonna knock some sense.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Yeah. Alright, let's get... I think we might have some work to do.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Well... ready for
What
work?
To get to work,
Let's see if we can skip the work we
you
can't.
ordered
Okay.
a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Can't it wait? I think we gotta do it,
Right.
right? So I think I kind of want to get into
What do
the
you want
game.
us to
So
Over
Let's do
there
it.
by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them in. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
I don't think so, Sir Haynes. Capon wants to do it. Alright,
All
we'll do
right,
it.
we'll do it.
Yeah, repetition gain is
Carrying a
good.
few sacks won't kill
Sometimes
us.
you kind of want
For
to do
sure,
it
it's less
because of
daunting work
the...
than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Rattay.
Ratai.
Rattay.
Ratai. That rings a bell.
Rattay.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Yeah, do I want to do about the side quest though? I heard something about a wedding. I think let's click on it. Let's
I
see
heard
what it's
some
like.
talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Yeah, I think we're going to ask if he's going to be there or not, just to be sure. Yeah, can I get to the wedding? That's also a big thing, actually.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Will Lord von Bergov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But
That is
most
true.
likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is Samin?
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. They used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Is that really a language that was used in the medieval times? Like, they still have some clout? Or it could be different meanings, so... I think it's like influence, right? So, yeah. I think it's a very recent word, though, I think.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
No, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Yeah, let's ask about a little bit about life.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash.
That's a
Truth to
good
tell,
one.
it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
I wonder if all the millets are very similar to the KCD one that we used to have, where they are, you know, they're teaching like pickpocketing and like thieving for that matter. I think it could be the same, lockpicking for that matter. So it could be the same in this game also. I don't expect it to be different given how she said about the millers. Right, is this the only tavern
Is this
here?
the only tavern here?
In Troshkovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Come on, you don't need to go on that about twice in a conversation. You can leave it at it is. We don't know her name though.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to
she's
being
a guest. Oh, wow.
and having someone serve me for a change.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Right, where is the pantry?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You
Okay,
can't
second
miss it.
door. Okay.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes.
Alright, that is ooh, game save, that's great. Right, so Hans Capon is calling us.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the
When
time.
do you do that,
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
All right,
All
I
right,
guess.
I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although,
Man, sometimes I really hate
couple of
Hans.
sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast.
That's
It's
very much
God's
excuse.
law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes.
Oh,
and
wow.
Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
So, which do I belong to?
Feudalism,
question.
nobility, Roman
Before
Catholic
I'd have said
Church.
you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
You're all of them.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility.
Oh, I hope I
Fear
hope I
not,
get
friend.
another estate.
I'll repay the favour.
How? You're giving me a
You
large
said the same
estate?
thing.
That too.
Yeah, maybe
of
two
course.
estates.
Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
Am I supposed to
Right,
open my mouth
brilliant.
and wait for it?
Now at least we can walk around and we can talk.
Ruin their time.
I'd like a beer.
A
Or
drunken
take it to the
marriage,
butcher.
blacksmith. All right, so let's do the let's do this work first.
Watch where you're going next
And then we can carry the sack. Find out about Sabine waiting. I kind of want to do that. There is 2 quests. I believe that's what it is. I think we came in from here. That's where we were. And that's the right. That's the alchemy bench. Oh, that's where they are. Okay, it's quite a bit of work actually, I must say. And I think up there is the castle, right? So, yeah. We're gonna go and look around and find some places in here, but let's just finish the set.